Jai Sanskar. Under the next topic is subordinate courts. Till the time we have briefly discussed about Supreme Court as well as High Courts of India. Next is subordinate courts. Under the guidance of supervision of High Court of any state, there is a district and taluka courts, fast track court, POTA, that is provisions of terrorist attack, prevention of terrorist attack courts, tribunals and certain special courts. Each state is divided into administrative unit called district, consisting of civil court, criminal court and revenue court. In each district there is a civil court, criminal court as well as revenue court. District judge, the appointment and promotion of any individual to the post of district judge is done by the government of respective state in consultation with High Court of that state. Qualification for being district judge. A person being appointed as a district judge should be a citizen of India, should possess a practice as an advocate for at least 7 years. An officer in judiciary of either the state or the central government too is eligible to be appointed as a judge of district court. All the other judges other than the district judge are appointed by governor or the High Court in consultation with the State Public Service Commission in accordance with the rules framed by the constitution. આપણે ગુજરાતની અંદર જીપીએસસી હોય, આવી પબ્લિક સર્વિસીસ છે, એના માટેનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર જે છે એને રિલેટેડ અનધર થિંગ્સ જે છે એ બધું ડિસાઇડ થાય with the help of district judges as well as high court judges. Okay, so the framing of laws for these things are decided by them. The judge who handles civil suits is called as a district judge, and judge who handles criminal cases are called session judge. Civil suits, civil related things છે એ સોલ્વ કરે એને district judge, અને જે criminal cases ના judgment આપતા હોય એવા જજને કહેશું session judge. A district court hears petitions challenging the judgment of lower courts under it. All the civil suits of rupees 1 lakh or more, either by government or against government, are carried out in district civil courts. The judges of district court has a power to run case of marriage, divorce, alimony, reforms and cases of parental custody. The criminal court includes session court, first class judicial magistrate court, second class judicial magistrate court, mamlatdar and executive magistrate court. These courts have a power to give punishment of imprisonment ranging from 3 years to 10 years. The penalty of rupees 5,000 or more. In case of murder, the court can give capital punishment, lifetime imprisonment and life sentence. Apart from these in a district, there are small cause court and family court too. For the case pertaining to land revenue, there is revenue court. For the dispute of laborer, there is a laborer court along with other tribunals. As per example, a tribunals for compensation of vehicle accident, for protection of service, other rights of teachers, professors, there is a Gujarat Educational Organization Service Tribunal. Tribunal for recovering debt, for protection of consumers' right. Consumers' Right Protection Forum. These tribunals function like a court and help the cases wherein petitioner recover their losses and receives compensation. In each district court, there is fast track court with and objective of run case faster. For hearing the cases of POTA, that is prohibition of terrorist attack, there is a POTA courts in Gujarat. All these courts have gathered importance by decentralizing their administration and function independently, firmly, lawfully. People have started taking all the benefits and have become aware. So, rather than having one subordinate court, there is a family court, there is a POTO court, there is a consumer forums, there is a, even for educational purpose, there is a educational court also for rights of teachers and professors. So, these kind of various courts are there. So, the workload is distributed, the power is distributed, and individual impartial judgment is being done. Lok Adalat. Gujarat state is the first to start Lok Adalat to provide speedy and economical justice to poor, weak and exploited section of society. ઘણા માણસો એવા હોય કે જે વિક્ટિમ બનતા હોય violation of constitutional right बनતું હોય, but they do not have power or money to fight against this all things. So they are this Lok Adalat is started for these kind of person. Under this, the court provides free support and guidance through legal aid service centers situated in Ahmedabad. Lok Adalats function voluntarily even on Sunday and holidays at the district and taluka headquarters. As per the convenience of petitioner, the Lok Adalat generally hears the cases of accident and its related compensation, divorce, alimony, general debts, person complaints, police complaints, etc. Lok Adalat consists of advocate, social worker, educationalist, reputed citizens, businessmen, police officer, insurance officer, judges and judicial officers. Here the cases are settled amicably such that both parties are satisfied. The cases fought in Lok Adalat are neither won nor lost. Lok Adalat save time and money. Many pending cases are solved. All the judgment of Lok Adalat are backed by the law. Therefore, Lok Adalat have become center of attraction. So, एक तो छे easy छे, cheap छे. These are main feature of Lok Adalat. Then all other kind of except very interpretation of constitution, rest all things can be discussed over there. It can work on holidays as well as Sundays. So people who are earning less or who cannot have holidays in between can go through this. The best feature of it is always solved by negotiation, and also there is no win or lose in this kind of court. Next is independence of jurisdiction. The Indian Constitution has kept the judiciary department firm and fearless from legislature and the executive for the protection of the fundamental rights of citizens, for the social, political and economical equality, and for providing justice. The judiciary should not be inclined or biased towards the government. The terms and conditions for appointment of judge, the appointment process, pay scale, transfer, promotion, retirement, etc. is taken care by executive as per the constitutional provision. The judges are appointed for specific period of time. Executives cannot remove any judge due to their will or any political pressure. The pay scale, the term of service, promotion, transfer, benefit from promotion, pension fund of the judges cannot be altered. During the term of service of judge, any of their behavior or judgment cannot be discussed or critically reviewed in parliament or legislative assembly. The judges after their retirement cannot carry out their practice in any of the court. The purpose is to empower the judges to perform their duties fearlessly, honestly, self-reliantly, independently and firmly, so that the judges can impart true, transparent and quick justice. The Indian Constitution has given the judiciary an independent, impartial and uniform place. The cases of public welfare, the question of public welfare or important problem pertaining public welfare can be written on a simple postcard or on an ordinary letter to Supreme Court. In past, Supreme Court has treated such a matter as a petitions and has given trade-setting judgments. This has proved vigilance of judiciary in public. At present, there are 3.5 crore pending cases in judiciary, insufficient number of court, judges and staff is the reason in delay in justice. The present central government has undertaken task of reframing 1,500 all irrelevant laws. So there are certain rules which are not applicable right now. Suppose જે ટાઈમે સાયકલ ચલાવતા હશે ત્યારે એવો રૂલ હશે કે લાઇટ જ્યારે સાયકલ ચલાવતા હોય રાતના સમયમાં ત્યારે સાથે ટોર્ચ કે એવું રાખવું. But when these automated vehicles came, then after that law is not valid and not even needed right now. So those kind of laws which are irrelevant now, that should be discarded also. New laws should be framed also. We know our constitution can change, and that is a soul. Constitutional remedy is a soul of our constitution, which is followed by this. Independent and impartial judiciary is must for a democratic country, and that is also followed by this, followed by government. There are many courts and etc., but there are many problems or cases which are pending because there is a lot of work and there are less number of people who are working over there. So therefore there is a certain crores of cases are there, but government is doing their work. So now the thing is, if one person should get certain kind of security of job also, like if you are judge, if you are found guilty, then all the work what right you have done till the time can be altered. It is not like that. The pension, the funds, the other amount which was pre-decided from that post, that cannot be altered by anyone. The power cannot be misused by either parliament or executive. So such kind of ideal jurisdiction is decided by Indian constitution and which is being followed. So that's all for now. Thank you.